So how does the process of getting so much basic information wrong work in the context of sacred geometry? It all fits in with the flower of life, which we saw in earlier lessons, and I want to build upon it more. It's important as it connects everything together and is the blueprint for filling your head with nonsense. If we look at the repeating circular motif in the flower of life, we see that it looks just like a puckered anus. This is your mind's arse. My mind's arse is very active. I was talking to some friends and they gave me an amazing idea which led to some fabulous new discoveries. By mapping it into third dimension, we produced this shape, taking it to the next dimensional level of consciousness that mirrors our own existence. This is the cosmic ring piece. We see this pattern everywhere in multi-celled animals. The cosmic ring piece, when acting as your mind's arse, is the source of every crap idea that you or I have ever had. But there's more. If we take one of these shapes, which looks a bit like some leaves, we can ask ourselves, what would it look like in 3 dimensions? The most perfect shape is a circle, so if we rotate the shape through 360 degrees of a circle in 3-dimensional space, we get this. If we examine it closely, we can see that it's even more perfect than the shape we conjured up as the shape of light. It's perfectly smooth, and we can immediately see that this is the shape that would glide most freely through the cosmic ring piece. And every platonic solid fits inside it, allowing them all to pass through. Using sacred geometry, we have discovered the true shape of every nonsense thought that has passed through your and my mind's arse, or cosmic ring piece. I was blown away by this idea, but there's more. Thoughts grounded in reality look like this. Why? Because I say so. And they don't pass through your mind's arse. How do we know? It just feels right, doesn't it? We can see that the highest density of stupid thoughts can be achieved when they are packed with their points joined in beautiful 6-fold symmetry. You can see that if we choose any stupid idea, like light being a solid, we can make this our conclusion, and through any path of other nonsense we can arrive back at our conclusion and justify it to ourselves in the hippie thought space. It's a powerful concept, and one which produces no beneficial output whatsoever. If we take the path of crap ideas out of the flower of life, we can see that they line up perfectly as turd nuggets that would flow through the convoluted path of your mind rectum and through the cosmic ring piece of your 7th chakra. Putting the line of turd nuggets in a straight line, we see beautiful waves just like those we saw in earlier lessons. We can see that other, more densely packed stupid ideas can fit inside them, in perfect harmony, and so on at higher and higher frequencies, leading to an infinite density of nonsense thoughts. Crap ideas normally flow through the cosmic ring piece one at a time, but they can flow through at a much higher speed, with no gaps in between them, in a kind of mental diarrhea. This is how the Space Jews made it unchecked into a video. Back to the flower of life, we have points and curves. The points where the smooth thought shapes intersect are incredibly dense. We can see that they're connected to each other by nonsense thoughts. This pattern of nonsense thoughts also forms an interlocking pattern of cosmic ring pieces, showing the perfect synergy of crap ideas and the cosmic ring pieces through which they pass. It's an interconnected web of stupid ideas and arseholes, enclosed in perfectly circular reasoning. It may sound crazy, and it's just an idea, but I think this theory brings everything together and explains a lot. Since we introduced the mind's arse in the last video, now is an excellent time to build upon that. We saw how my mind's arse is overactive, and how the cosmic ring piece explains so much sacred geometry. If we take this silly symbol I use to represent whatever I mean when I use the word singularity this time, we see that it fits over the flower of life. Who would have thought that 3 circles could possibly fit over another diagram made entirely of overlapping circles? Oh, the profundity! If we take this shape and rotate it, we see that inside an outer sphere it forms a horned torus. If we use the word fractal as if it means resize, and totally disregard what the word actually means, we can fractal the 2-dimensional form of the cosmic ring piece so that it fits perfectly within our made-up singularity motif. This one is male, because so of course there must be a female component to provide balance in Wooland. Having drawn cosmic ring pieces within the torus, we find that it is, just like everything else, part of a toroidal field as well as the flower of life. The creation of the torus itself creates another space which harmoniously holds the three-dimensional form of the cosmic ring piece, taking the whole structure to a new dimensional level of existence. This new toroidal hybrid of the cosmic ring piece is the astral arsehole. We know that cosmic ring pieces are connected to your brown chakra, which is the root source of every crap idea. The male and female cosmic ring pieces rotating around the toroidal field of the astral arsehole generate an infinite amount of crap ideas with no connection to reality. The gravity that I've just invoked creates an accretion disk and causes them to concentrate at the singularity right in the heart of the astral arsehole, because reasons, creating a point of infinitely dense ideas. The mental diarrhea can escape from the singularity through the astral arsehole's own cosmic ring piece, allowing unlimited horseshit to escape the toroidal field of the singularity. Making up a toroidal law means that what goes out comes back in. According to the principles of yin and yang, there's a mind's arse on the other side of the astral arsehole too. And all the stupid ideas come right back in. But they also flow out of that side and into the first one. Through this, we see that infinite horseshit describes the shape of the toroidal field in the hippie thought space, and crucially, matches our incoherent singularity motif. As we saw last time, each two-dimensional flower of life is an interconnected web of stupid ideas and arseholes. We know that the points are incredibly dense and connected to each other by stupid ideas. Does this look familiar?
When the singular connection is made between 2 points, now the entire distance can be traveled instantly.
It's all connected! That's right, the incredibly dense points are singularities, with an instantaneous connection between them, because, as we've seen, folding a piece of paper can create a wormhole, somehow. These singularities line up perfectly with the intersections of overlapping astral arseholes, showing the cosmic significance of the toroidal flow of infinite horseshit, which can travel anywhere in the network instantly. What this means is that whilst we can invent convoluted means of justifying woo-woo to ourselves, we can merely assert something and it instantly becomes real. By the very application of this method, we have demonstrated that astral arseholes are in fact real. This was a revelation, but it was nothing to what came next. Just as the cosmic ring piece fits within the singularity motif and the flower of life, so the flower of life fits within the singularity motif.
Holy shit!
By this process of resizing one diagram on top of another, we've arrived at a new way of visualizing things. An astral arsehole containing a flower of life contains more astral arseholes, and so on. Just as crap ideas fit within each other, so too do singularities of infinite horseshit. We have just demonstrated, by the mere act of drawing things, an important and exciting new discovery. Fractal horseshit. This is the very quintessence of the hippie thought space, and without it, it's impossible to sell books and magic rocks to the gormless and the feckless.